Hi, I'm Jonathan Champ, founder of Meaning Business, and this is an introduction to the Shorter COMMS plan. The Shorter COMMS plan is designed to help people at any stage of their career have better outcomes from their communication through applying a simple 5-step process. If you're an experienced communicator, the Shorter COMMS gives you a toolkit and a strategic frame for how you apply communication planning within your organisation. If you're an emerging communicator, it provides the opportunity to develop your skills and to build credibility by having a consistent approach to interactions within your organisation. If you're a subject matter expert, or perhaps a people manager, the Shorter COMMS approach gives you the skills and tools to improve every kind of communication interaction you have. And for any individual, applying the COMMS approach gives you the opportunity to have better dialogue and outcomes through your communication. The secret to the COMMS approach is in the sequence. It's 5 simple steps: looking at the context, deciding on the outcome, framing the message, being clear about what method to use, and ensuring that the right supports are in place to deliver your communication effectively. It really is that simple, and that simplicity can be applied at all levels of your organisation. Before we begin, let's think about some of the reasons why communication efforts fail within organisations. First of all, every organisation is complex these days. Too much noise means that it's very hard for people to pay attention to the right things within an organisation. Fighting to get your message heard actually ends up contributing to the noise rather than making things simpler for people. One of the other challenges is that there can be the wrong focus for the communication. Either people are providing too much information, too little, or not seeking to concentrate on the outcomes that should be achieved from the communication. Or sometimes the context can be wrong. It might be the right message, but the wrong background, or the wrong change, or the wrong environment for that message. One of the other things that often causes communication to fail are having the wrong goals. Not being really clear about what will be different as a result of the communication means that the outcome isn't clear. And without a clear outcome, it's very hard to structure your communication in a way that achieves your desired goals. Sometimes we just start with the message or the method first. That means starting with what we want to say rather than thinking about what we want to achieve and then considering how we want to say it. Or by going to an immediate tool or method of communication first. We need to send an email in order to get that outcome, rather than what's the outcome that we want and what's the right way of communicating that to people. And the last thing is that we don't support the efforts longer term. We communicate once and then assume that people have taken on the message or that they just have ignored it. It's important that we build in the right supports along the way. Take a moment to think about what are the biggest communication challenges in your environment. What are some of the things that impede your ability to communicate clearly with people? Is it not having the time? Or perhaps the focus is unclear? Are there too many priorities or conflicting ones? Are you constrained in the resources that you have? Or you don't have the support that's required in order to sustain your communication over time? Take a moment to think about those.